Hey guys, good evening. This is Shannon. You're on the 1 Minute with God channel. And so I wanted to come and share something that God had put on my heart. And I shared in my story that I was adopted. And, well, one thing is for sure is that God makes no mistakes. And for an adoptee, you go through so much, like questions of why. Who are my parents? Do I look like them? Do I sound like them? What is their culture like? What is their ethnicity? Where are they? Where do they live? What are their names? I found out when I was adopted when I was 12 years old. And I didn't really even pay much attention to it. I mean, I had parents, so I really wasn't all that curious. But as I got older, I started thinking and asking those questions. Why did they give me up, and did they love me? If they loved me, then they wouldn't have given me up. And as I got older, when I found my birth family, you see, I was craving a mom and a dad, and I thought if I went hunting for them that they would want me. And unfortunately, I shared my mom was murdered. And I got to connect with my birth father. Adoptees, when they are looking for their family, they're hoping for this fairy tale that, especially for somebody like me who was sexually abused and traumatized, I was hoping that I would find my family. And that I would finally have the family that I longed for, the family that I never got to experience. And trust me, a lot of adoptees go through this, and you find them, and then you're so let down. I was let down. And I was told that, your grandmother's alive. We haven't found your dad yet. You have 2 brothers, half-brothers. And I'm going, yeah, but what about my mom? I mean, that's what I really wanted to know. And they said, unfortunately, your mom was murdered. And I felt my heart be punctured, like another question to God, why? And what's crazy is that my adopted mom died in 2003. And my birth mother died in 2002. And they lived in the same town. That's what was so bizarre about it. And in 2003, when my adopted mom passed away, I started to look for my family, and I found them. But I had just missed it by a year that I didn't find my mom, that she was already gone. And I share all this because when you're an adoptee, you feel that rejection, and you feel that pain, and you feel abandoned, and you feel like my mom didn't love me and she gave me up. And you just can't expect a lot when you're an adoptee and looking for your family. You can't. But we can trust God to know. And I share all this because I share it because God makes no mistakes. He makes no mistakes. He knew everything before I was even formed in my mother's womb. But my mom left a gift. When I found my birth family, the state had sent me a packet of all my adoption records. I had learned I was half Native American. I learned how much I weighed when I was born. And inside was a gift from God. A handwritten letter, original letter from my birth mom that sat in my adoption file for years. And my mom was explaining of why she gave me up, and she wanted me to understand of why she was giving me up. And in the end of the letter, she said, I hope God reunites us. I hope that you eventually get this letter in your hands and God allows us to be reunited. Until we meet again, love, Mom. And she signed her name. It was notebook paper with red lettering, handwritten by my birth mom. What a gift. It was such a treasure to have that letter. And as I sat in my living room and I read that letter, I wept, and I held that letter close to me as if I was hugging her. Thanking her, but not being able to thank her personally, but thanking her in my heart for letting me know that she really did love me. A lot of adoptees don't get that. Adoptees go through and they find their family, and then they go through a rejection all over again because they don't want to be found or they don't want to be known. And the one thing that God showed me today was that God took my mom in 2002, and 2003, my adoptive mom died from cancer. And the one thing that clicked with me today, I said, I'm so glad that I don't have to tell my mom, my birth mother, of what happened to me. Imagine, if you will, a mom giving up her child. Later, for us to be reunited, and she learns of the news that I was badly abused. I'm so glad that I didn't have to share that with her, because it would have hurt her so much. And I'm glad that she wasn't here to have to hear that news. So why do I share all this? I share it because I want you to know God makes no mistakes. And if you're an adoptee and you feel that rejection and you're wondering why you were given up and why your parents, if you think they didn't love you, don't run after that. Run after Jesus, because in the end, nobody can love you more than Jesus Christ himself. If you watch my 1 Minute with God, I said love never fails. And it's true. That's it for today. This is Shannon. I'm in Pennsylvania, and you're on the 1 Minute with God channel. May you rest in the arms of Jesus as you lay your head down tonight. God bless you. Until tomorrow. Bye-bye.